Good morning, students. Please put your attendance on the command window. Hope you are all studying well. In the previous class, we have discussed a problem and till C1 we have calculated. Today, I will discuss another problem and today I want to complete this problem and similarly you need to complete your note in the previous problem. Actually, both are very similar and there will not be any problem for solving that problem after completion of this class. Every student please put your attendance on the command window. Hi all, today we are going to discuss some problem regarding elastic deformation. We know that elastic deformation and plastic deformation are the two stages of a material. During elastic deformation, what is happening to deflection? That is actually Maclae's method, and that Maclae's method is discussed again. And for that, I am taking a problem. You can see a problem. Till last class, we have simply supported beam or cantilever beam. But today we are considering an overhanging beam. You can see that there is a support A as well as B at a span of 6 meter in the figure, but still the force is not acting between A and B. It's acting at a point C, which is far from the point B. You can see that there is a distance BC 3 meter. So we need to calculate deflection of this beam. For that, there is a problem given. I will read the problem. An overhanging beam ABC is loaded as shown in the figure. Actually, don't take this number. I'm not given any number here. So you can write an overhanging beam ABC is loaded as shown in the figure. Find slope over each support and at the right end. Find also the maximum upward deflection between supports and the deflection at the right end. This is a huge problem. If you are able to solve this problem, definitely you can solve all the university problems. Okay. So there is two conditions, that is they have given as Young's modulus 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square and moment of inertia I is equal to 5 into 8 mm raised to 4. Please write this problem. We are going to solve this problem. For that, you need to write this problem first. Once you complete writing the problem, please inform me. I am waiting for your message. Also, please draw the figure. Then only that question will be completed.
അറേ ഇത് ട്യൂട്ടോറിയലാ
Yes,
ട്യൂട്ടോറിയൽ
tutorial.
പ്രോബാ
Yes, yes. I have given you an assignment in Linways. Please complete that one also. Actually, time is over, I think. Third module. Currently, we are going through fourth module. So, if anyone pending, please upload it. Have you written? Have you written the problem?
Yes, sir.
Ragesh? Okay, okay. So we have a problem and we have drawn a figure that is ABC. A is support, B is support, and C is a point where force is acting, but it is far from support A and B. So this beam is known as overhanging beam. If a simply supported beam is extended towards right or left, then that beam is known as overhanging beam. Okay, for that, first of all, we need to calculate reactions at A and B as we do normally. For that, taking moment about A. This is the figure, similar figure is here. So if we are taking moment about A, definitely RB in counterclockwise direction. So RB into 6 meter will be positive and 10 kilonewton in clockwise direction. So 10 into 9 will be in clockwise direction, that will be minus. So you can write RB into 6 minus 10 into 9 equal to 0. From that equation, you can write RB into 6 equal to 10 into 9. By solving RB, you can find it as 15 kilonewton. If you find RB, you can directly find RA, since RA plus RB will be the total load applied over the beam. Here the total load applied over the beam will be 10 kilonewton, but RB is 15 kilonewton. Definitely RA will be negative. This is an important case. In overhanging beam, there is a chance of support reaction becomes negative. It's an important point. Okay, please solve when I am telling you, that is RB into 6 equal to 10 into 9, and solve RB and solve RA. The final answer will be RA equal to minus 5 and RB equal to 15. If I am drawing the figure again, no need to draw. You can mark value of RA and RB in the previous figure, but you should be very careful that there should be minus sign here. That is given as 5 kilonewton, it's wrong. You have to mark it as minus 5 kilonewton. And till previous case, when we are taking Maclaurin's method, we have taken x from the support B. But here, if we are taking x from B, this problem will be become very complicated because there is a minus x direction. So all this problem will become complicated. So we need to take all the dimension x from point A, that is left hand side. There is a change, very important change. If I am taking a section here, you can see that there is a section here xx, then I need to take a distance x from A to this xx. So our equation will be in opposite mode. We need to study both cases. When we are having overhanging beam, we need to go for this method. So I am taking distance from A to X. Here I have given a line in blue color. This line is X bar X. So distance between A and X bar X will be small letter x. Okay, this direction. So we can write the bending moment equation. Okay, if you want to write bending moment equation from left hand side, this will only carry 10 into x minus, what will be this value? I don't know how. We cannot say what is this distance. So we cannot find bending moment from right hand side. Very important point. We need to go for solving bending moment from left hand side. till now in all shear force diagram, all bending problem, we have taken bending moment from the right hand side, but in this case I'm going to take a bending moment from left hand side to this point. If we are considering this point, the bending moment at this side will be equal to bending moment at this side, so we need to calculate this one. But in the previous case, bending moment in counterclockwise direction we have taken positive, and bending moment in the clockwise direction we have taken negative. Please mark that if we are solving from right hand side to left hand side, bending moment will be positive when it is taking counterclockwise direction. But if we are solving from left hand side to right hand side, it's an important process, so you have to write this thing and make it in a box. Okay, if we are taking bending moment from right hand side, counterclockwise direction will be positive. But if we are taking bending moment from left hand side, if the bending moment in clockwise direction, that will be positive. ഇവിടെ കൗണ്ടർ ക്ലോക്ക് വൈസ് ആണ് പോസിറ്റീവ് എങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പുറത്തെ ഭാഗത്ത് ഇങ്ങോട്ടാണ് സോൾവ് ചെയ്യുന്നതെങ്കിൽ ക്ലോക്ക് വൈസ് ആയിരിക്കും പോസിറ്റീവ്. ഇറ്റ്സ് എ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് പോയിന്റ്. ഓക്കെ, യു നീഡ് ടു റൈറ്റ് ദാറ്റ് വൺ. സോ ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി if we are I can explain this one. If we are taking bending moment about x bar x and considering first force, that will be reaction Ra. This is acting in the clockwise direction, so this value will be positive. So positive Ra into x, but we know that we have Ra as -5. Okay, Ra as -5, so we have to write -5x. This is only after substituting the value. And if we are taking Rb in also in clockwise direction, this is also will be in positive condition. So we know that distance between A and x bar, that will be x in distance. Rb and x will be, total distance is x minus 6. That is here Rb into x minus 6. The final answer will be ei d square y by dx square will be equal to -5x plus 15 into x minus 6. If you have any doubt, you can ask now, because we need to clear all your doubts, then only we can forward the next point. Okay. Okay, then I need to, I think you have written this equation, and next equation will be slope equation. For finding slope equation, you need to integrate the same equation, that is ei d square y by dx square equal to -5x plus 15 into x minus 6. moment എടുത്തൊരു ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ you can ask me. കാരണം നമ്മൾ ഇതുവരെയും റൈറ്റ് ഹാൻഡ് സൈഡിൽ നിന്ന് മാത്രം മൂവ്മെന്റ് എടുത്തിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ഈ കേസിൽ ഞാൻ ലെഫ്റ്റ് ഹാൻഡ് സൈഡിൽ നിന്നാണ് മൂവ്മെന്റ് എടുക്കുന്നത്. രണ്ട് സൈഡും നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കണം, then only we can understand this. Okay, after taking the moments, we need to calculate slope. For that, we have to integrate the equation, and we will get the slope equation as ei dy by dx into, while integrating -5x, that we will get -5x square by 2, plus there will be an integrating constant c1 plus 15 into x minus 6 square by 2. And you should be very careful that we are only integrating all this term for this Maclaurin's method. And if we are considering a mathematical problem, we will take it as x minus 6 means x square by 2 minus 6 into x. But for this particular problem or this particular method, we cannot do that. The reason is not explained well. I have gone through different video as well as NPTEL. In all case, they are mentioning that we cannot do as in the mathematical side. You should be very remembering that this problem is a special case or special mannerly solved one. Okay. Then after getting slope equation, you need to find deflection equation by integrating the same slope equation. So if we are integrating the same, we will get ei into y, that will be equal to minus 5 into 2, that is available here. When integrating x square, we will get x cube by 3. Similarly, c1 will be c1x plus c2 plus 15 by 2 is available here. When we are integrating x minus 6 cube, we will get x minus 6 square, then we will get x minus 6 cube by 3. And final answer for deflection will be minus 5 divided by 6 x cube plus c1x plus c2 plus 5 by 2 x minus 6 cube. This is the deflection equation. Please write all these equations. Please do it in fast mode because I have to complete this problem, and this is a big problem, so require time compared to previous one. Even in the previous class, our time is very limited, so we have to do it in fast mode. Have you written the equation? Can I go to next slide? Please, anyone reply.
സാറേ ഇതിന്റെ മുമ്പുള്ള എടുക്കുമോ അത്?
അത് എഴുതിയില്ലേ? Here it is. You can write all the given data by looking the question. No need to write here. You have to write your own after reading the problem. I didn't read the given data because of that. First of all, you need to
സാർ
find.
രണ്ട് ഫിഗർ പഠിക്കണോ? പിന്നെയും ഫിഗർ പഠിക്കണോ?
വേണ്ട, ആദ്യത്തെ ഫിഗറിലേക്ക് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഈ വാല്യൂ ആഡ് ചെയ്ത് കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. പക്ഷെ അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് എഴുതിയ 5 കിലോ ന്യൂട്ടൺ അല്ല, -5 കിലോ ന്യൂട്ടൺ.
ഓക്കെ സാർ.
Have you completed this slide? Please write fastly. We are not having much time. This is an important problem, and one type of necklace problem may be asked in your question paper. So we should be very thorough with this problem. Every problem is doing in same manner. So if we are studying a problem, we can solve all that kind of problems. Considering your series marks, I can understand that someone having very much problem with subjects, and one or two students only having more than 30 marks. If you are getting good marks, definitely your internals will rise, and hopefully your university marks also will be increased. Have you completed this slide? Can I go to next slide? I think everyone completed this slide, so I am going to next slide. If you are having any issues, if you are not completed, please inform me, and I am going to the next slide.
സാർ ആയിട്ടില്ല.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. And previous equation, you can see that when we are taking deflection equation, there are two constants C1 and C2, which are unknown to us. First of all, we need to find value of C1 and C2 by applying boundary conditions. Here, if we are taking the boundary conditions at A, the point will be at support, so there will not be any deflection. That is, when x equal to 0, deflection will be 0. Similarly, there is a support at B. Here also there will not be any deflection. So when x equal to 6, that is here, when x equal to 6, deflection will be 0, y equal to 0. All data taken from this side to this one, because x is the distance between a and x bar. അഥവാ ഈ എക്സ് എക്സ് എന്നുള്ള സ്ഥലത്തേക്ക് a എന്നുള്ള ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് ആണ്. So we have to solve the boundary conditions, that is when x equal to 0, y equal to 0, and x equal to 6, y equal to 0. So we are substituting the equation in the deflection equation that is available here, that is minus 5 by 6 x cube plus c1x plus c2 plus 5 by 2 x minus 6 cube. If we are substituting x equal to 0, this term will become 0, this term will become 0, and this term will become 0. And finally, we will get C2 as 0. Okay. When we are substituting the equation, we will get C2 as 0. And when we are substituting the second term, that is x equal to 6, when we are substituting the second term x equal to 6, we can write 0 will be equal to minus 5 by 6 into 6 cube plus C1 into 6 plus 0 equal to minus 5 into 36 plus 6 into C1. And final answer will be 30. We can solve C2 as well as C1 by doing this boundary condition. And you can see that when x lies in the first part, that is x equal to 0 എടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, that is the beam between A and B ന്റെ ഇടയിലാണ് x വരുന്നത്. അതായത് നമ്മൾ ആ ഫിഗർ എടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഈ എൻ്റെയും ബിൻ്റെയും ഇടയിലാണ് എക്സ് വരുന്നത്. ഇവിടെയാണ് എക്സ് വരുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ then the moment will be RA into this x alone. സോ ഈ രണ്ടാമത്തെ ടേം എക്സിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യില്ല, ഇതിൻ്റെ ഇടയിലാണ് എൻ്റെയും ബിൻ്റെയും ഇടയിലാണ് നമ്മളുടെ മൂവ്മെന്റ് എങ്കിൽ. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ആദ്യത്തെ ബൗണ്ടറി കണ്ടീഷൻ എടുക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഈ ഭാഗം എടുക്കാത്തത്. കഴിഞ്ഞ ക്ലാസ്സുകളിൽ ഞാൻ പറയാൻ വിട്ടുപോയതാണ്. ഇഫ് യു ആർ ടേക്കിംഗ് എക്സ് ബിറ്റ്വീൻ എ ആൻഡ് ബി when solving from left hand side, we need to consider only RA into x. No need to consider the right hand side. So when we are solving this one, you can directly find C2. This is the reason. And if we are taking 6 lies in the first part of beam, we can take the same equation. We don't need to consider moment of RB, that is RB into x minus 6 will not be present till point B. മനസ്സിലായോ? അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ നമ്മളുടെ ഇക്വേഷൻ എടുക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് ആ റൈറ്റ് ഹാൻഡ് സൈഡിലുള്ള ആർ ബി ഇൻറ്റു എക്സ് മൈനസ് 6 എന്നുള്ളത് ഈ ബൗണ്ടറി കണ്ടീഷൻ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് എടുക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. കഴിഞ്ഞ പ്രോബ്ലത്തിൽ ഒരു സൈഡിൽ എടുക്കേണ്ടി വരും, മറ്റേ സൈഡിൽ എടുക്കേണ്ടി വരില്ല. അത് നിങ്ങളൊന്ന് സോൾവ് ചെയ്ത് നോക്കുന്നതിൻ്റെ ഇടയിൽ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കണം. ഐ ഫോർഗോട്ട് ടു മെൻഷൻ ദിസ് തിങ്, സോ ഇറ്റ്സ് എൻ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് പോയിന്റ്. Please write the equations for C1 and C2 and solve the values. പെട്ടെന്ന് എഴുതുക, ലേറ്റ് ആക്കരുത്. I am waiting for you. Have you written the slide? I will forward to next slide if you completed. May I?
സാർ ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്.
Okay, please.
ഓക്കെ സാർ.
Okay, thank you. So we have find the values for C1 and C2. So we need to substitute it for slope and deflection equation. We have already written the slope and deflection equation. In that, we need to substitute the value of C1 and C2. Okay, here I have put the values of C1, that is 30, in the slope equation. And here I am putting the values of C1 and C2, that is C1 is 30 and C2 is 0. Since it's 0, we can omit that one. So deflection equation will be like this, and other equation, what is this one? This one will become a slope equation. So if we are known slope equation as well as deflection equation, we can get slope over the support A as well as B. This is asked in the question paper. You can check what are the things asked in the question paper. For that, I am finding slope at point A, that is EI theta 1, theta A, that is theta A is equal to dy by dx at the point A. It can be found by substituting x equal to 0. If we are substituting x equal to 0, we can write minus 5 by 2 into 0 plus 30 equal to 30 kilonewton meter square, or 30 into 10 raised to 3 Newton meter square. Okay, and after solving this equation, that is giving values of Young's modulus and moment of inertia, which is available in the question paper, we can get theta A or slope at A as 0.003 radians. Okay, this is the way to solve slope at point A. In the previous problem, we need to find slope at A as well as B. So check this one, write this one, and after that, in a similar way, you have to complete the previous problem. I will check your notes when you come to college. Please write these equations in the notebook. പെട്ടെന്ന് എഴുതാം, ഓരോ സ്റ്റെപ്പും കാണിക്കണമെന്നില്ല. You can solve theta A directly. After substituting the value of x, you will get EI theta A. From that, theta A can be found by dividing the value of EI theta A and EI. This is very important problem while considering your examination. You should be very thorough with this problem, this kind of problem. Even if you are getting more problems like this from any textbook or Google, please try to solve the same problem in the manner we have mentioned. You can take the distance small x either from left hand side or right hand side as you wish. Can I go to next slide? Okay, I'm going to the next slide. That is, I
ഒരു
want
മിനിറ്റ്
to
സാർ.
find. Okay. If you are taking more time means I cannot stop by 10:20. I need to complete this problem. For that, I require time.
ഓക്കെ സാർ ബൈ.
So write fastly. Okay, have you completed? Okay, then we need to find slope at point B, that is support B. For that, we need to substitute instead of 0 x equal to 6. നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ 0 ആണ് സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തെങ്കിൽ ഇവിടെ 6 സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. And in the same method, ei theta b can be found out, and theta b will be minus 0.0006 radians. If you want, you can convert the value of radian to degree. You know that 1 radian equal to pi by 180 degree. Okay, after finding slope at support B, we need to find deflection. Sorry, slope at C. This is also asked in the question paper. If the value of slope at C is not asked, you cannot omit this one. But in the question paper, they have asked value of slope at right hand side, that is C. And at point C, the maximum value of x will be, or the exact value of x will be 9 meter. If we are substituting the value of x equal to 9 meter, we can find theta C. And the value of theta Z is equal to 0.00105 radians. If you are able to understand the intermediate steps, then you can skip now and you can complete it by next class. Please write the equations fastly. No need of writing by substituting 6 meter equation directly slope at b nu paraya substitute cheya bracket ന്റെ bracket x equal to 6 meter nu എഴുതിയാൽ മതി. Finally you can find the theta value. Similarly, slope at right hand side end c എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ bracket x equal to 9 എന്ന് കൊടുക്കുക. Equation solve ചെയ്യുക, theta c ന്റെ value കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുക. Can I go to next slide? I am going directly to the next slide because I am having less time. You need to complete, since it's the method is known to you. It is similar to previous slide, that is slope at support A is already written by you. Similarly, you need to find slope at B as well as C. So next we need to find maximum upward deflection. If you are asked to solve the maximum deflection, we must remember that maximum deflection will be at the point where slope is equal to 0. This is an important point. Maximum deflection will be at the point where slope is equal to 0. So when we are taking slope equation, ei into dy by dx, we have an equation. If dy by dx is substituted as 0, we will get this equation, and solving this equation we can find the value of x, that is where the maximum deflection acts, that can be found by using this equation. So we have equation 0 equal to minus 5 by 2 x square plus 30. It's the common slope equation. And when we are solving this one, that is minus 5x square plus 60 equal to 0, we can write 5x square equal to 60, or x equal to root of 60 by 5, or 3.464. ഈ 3.464 എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പോയിന്റിലായിരിക്കും മാക്സിമം ഡിഫ്ലക്ഷൻ ആക്ട് ചെയ്യുക. So we need to find the maximum deflection which is asked. We have deflection equation. In that deflection equation, we need to substitute x equal to 3.464. Understood? In the deflection equation, we need to substitute x equal to 3.464. That is ei y max equal to minus 5 by 6 into 3.464 cube plus 30 into 3.464. We are omitting the last side of the deflection equation since it is between point A and B, because the distance between A and B is 6 meters. So maximum deflection will be acting between A and B. So we are not considering the last term of the deflection equation, that is RB into x minus 6. There is a term x minus 6 cube divided by something is there now. ആ ഇക്വേഷനിൽ അത് ശരിക്കും ആക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ ബിന്റെയും സിന്റെയും ഇടയിലായിട്ട് വരുമ്പോൾ മാത്രമേ കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യണ്ടൂ. ബട്ട് ഹിയർ എക്സ് വാല്യൂ വിൽ ബി 3.464. So we can directly solve the equation, and y max will be 0.6928. After solving the equation, we will get maximum deflection equal to 0.6928 meter. By doing this problem, we can understand how to calculate deflection, and this will help you to do a good project in the future. In every BTech degree, you need to do this one. After finding deflection, I will upload this video in the YouTube. If you want to complete the problem, you need to check the YouTube link and copy the equations. So deflection at the right hand side also asked, that is EIYC should be found out, and that equation can be found out using the relation of deflection, and you need to substitute x equal to 9 in that equation. After substituting the value of x as 9, we can solve the equation, and you will get equation as EIYC equal to minus 5 by 6 into 9 cube plus 30 into 9 plus 5 by 9 into 9 minus 6 cube. Here the value of x is 9, which is beyond the point B. That is, it is acting between link B and C. So we need to take the complete equation of deflection, and substituting the value, we will get YC as minus 2.7 mm downward. Okay. So anyone pending to write this equation, you can write this one, and I need to take the attendance. If you're completing this problem, please tell me. I will show you the next slide. So 3 is absent, right? 3 undo. 5 is absent, 3 absent, 5 absent.
5 ഉണ്ട് sir.
Okay. 5 type ചെയ്യില്ല, അതുകൊണ്ട് 6%, 7%, 8 absent, right? 8%, 9%, 10%, 11%, 12%, 13%, 14%, 15 ആരായിരുന്നു? രാകേഷ് ആണോ? അല്ലല്ലോ.
നിഹാല്.
നിഹാൽ ആബ്സെന്റ്. നിഹാൽ ഉണ്ടല്ലേ. 16 ആരായിരുന്നു? 16 ആബ്സെന്റ്.
സാർ ഞാനാണ് രാകേഷ്.
രാകേഷ് 16 ആണോ? 17%, 18%, 19%. So absentees are 3 and 4. Sorry,
സാറേ
4
3% ആണ്.
3 ഉണ്ടോ?
ആ
അപ്പോ
ഞാൻ
1 ഉണ്ട്, 3 ഉണ്ട്. So everyone is present, right? Thank you. Have you completed this slide? Should I show you the second last slide? This will be the last slide. Please note down the last value, solve yourself and compare. If there any error, you can message me through the WhatsApp. Now the time is over. So thank you for listening. You can leave the class and join for the next hour.